The clock was stopped, the curtains drawn. I breathed the dust of dreams long gone. The bed was made, but no one came. Just echoes dancing with my name. And I pretend I walked away, but my shadow chose to stay. Still in that room where silence grew, where time forgot what we once knew. The walls remember more than me, and hold the things I couldn't be. Still in that room, I try to leave. A book half read, the window cracked. The air still smells of all I lacked. Your voice still lingers in the floor, but I don't hear it anymore. I told the world I moved ahead, but lived in stories I never said. Still in that room where silence grew, where truth was faint but always true. A mirror blurred by yesterday that shows me slowly fade away. Still in that room, I learned to stay. Might have passed, you wouldn't know. I whispered once, then let it go. Some rooms don't lock, but they don't free. They keep what's left of who we'll be. Hey! Still in that room where I remain, a breath behind the glass and rain. The light comes in but never lands. I'm just a thought in empty hands. Still in that room, still in that room. And if I leave, who would believe that I was ever there to grieve? Used to fight the dark with flame. Now I forget my own first name. The mirror blurs where I once stood, not lost, just misunderstood. And all the echoes in my chest have learned to settle, not protest. I'm just another fade in time, a breath that never crossed the line, a shadow past a sound too low, a face that no one seems to know. I'm just another page worn thin, a silence drowning from within. I tried to hold to what was real, but even ghosts forget to feel. My footsteps vanish as I walk, like secrets no one wants to talk. And every name I used to wear is lost in smoke and thinning air. I'm just another fading light, the kind that disappears from sight, a fading thought, a half-said just fading while the world spins round. No fire left to hold me here, no voice to prove I did appear. I'm just another fate unseen, a life erased between the scenes, a moment brushed then swept away, not enough for time to stay. I'm just another tear not cried, and no one ever asked why I died. I slip like light beneath the shade, just another fate. Stood beneath the sky we shared, where silence settled unprepared. You were someone I almost knew, a ghost in every shade of blue. And though your face begins to fade, your absence still refuses shade. With a name unsaid, you haunt the air in empty rooms. You're always there, no letters left, no final sound, just echoes stitched beneath the ground. I breathe the words I never said, and carry you inside instead. I see you in the faces near, but none of them could bring you here. Your story's locked behind a door that no one speaks of anymore. I held it once, that weightless name, but let it go to spare the blame. With a name unsaid, you haunt the air in empty rooms. You're always there, no letters left, no final sound, just echoes stitched beneath the ground. I breathe the words I never said, and carry you inside. I tried to speak but lost the thread of who you were or where you led. Now every silence says your name, and every tear recalls the shame. With a name unsaid, you're still not gone. You're every dusk without a dawn. No tomb, no stone, no place to weep, just memories I couldn't keep. You live in silence, not in dread. You live with me, name left unsaid, and I'll never speak it. walked where no one ever stayed, footprints lost in disarray. Every mile a memory stalled, every sign too faint to call. And still I move, though I don't know what I seek in undertow. Tracing empty roads where silence bends the light, where every step just fades from sight. No map, no name, no end in view, just echoes bleeding something true. The wind forgets the words I said, but I still chase where I was led. The lines are cracked, the turns all wrong, but here I hum forgotten songs. Each path I take, each breath I spend, feels like a start without an end. I'm chasing ghosts in tireless ways, where yesterday outlasts today. Tracing empty roads where silence bends the light, where every step just fades from sight. No map, no name, no end in view, just echoes bleeding something true. The wind forgets the words I said, but I still chase where I was led. Further out, the less I find, but still I follow, one day find. If peace exists, it's just beyond a turn I pass, the thread long gone. Tracing empty roads where answers come too late, and memory becomes my fate. No map, no name, no end in view, just scars I've worn and passed through. The wind forgets, but I still try to follow where I said goodbye. Tracing roads that never knew why. I stood in the doorway, one hand on the frame, heart full of silence, too heavy to name. You looked through me like I'd already gone, but I was still there, not yet withdrawn. Every breath begged me to choose, but I only knew how to lose. What if I stayed? What if I turned back from the edge, back from the burn? Would your eyes still hold that light? Would the bed feel warm at night? What if I stayed instead of walked away? Will we still be us today? I replay the steps, the ones I denied, the words I held back, the tears I let slide. Your voice in the hallway calling too low, while I wore my silence like snow. I thought leaving would make it clear, but it only built more fear. What if I stayed? What if I chose to hold your hand when the wind first froze? legend carves where I once prayed. The door still stands in that old dream, but I walk past too late to redeem. What if I stayed? What if I tried to fight the doubt to never hide? Would you have said my name with grace? Would I still know the shape of your face? What if I stayed? I'll never know. It's the price of letting go. And in every goodbye I hear your name as if staying would have changed the flame. I walk the streets I used to know, but every turn felt overgrown. Faces pass like scattered rain, but none of them recall my name. They say you can always return, but not to places that no longer burn. It's a blur called home, where the lines don't hold, where memories melt and the nights grow cold. A house in the fog, a door that won't stay. The past keeps drifting further away. It's a blur called home, but I still pray. My voice once echoed off those walls. Now silence answers every call. The floor still creaks beneath my step, like ghost of all I never kept. And every frame that used to shine now fades like dreams I call mine. It's a blur called home, where love once lay, but time erased what I meant to say. A window cracked, a song I outgrew, still searching for what once felt true. It's a blur called home, but it was you. The gate, now just a wind I contemplate. They tell me roots don't ever die, but mine let go beneath the sky. It's a blur called home, too far to trace, too full of silence, too much space. And every time I turn around, I lose more ground, I lose more sound. It's a blur called home and I'm not found. Maybe I left, or maybe I stayed, but either way I've been unmade. walls don't speak, but still they press with all the weight of tenderness. My thoughts run wild in muted light. I'm restless in the arms of night. No clock can pace the ache I feel when nothing moves but all is real. Restless in the quiet where your name won't fall. I scream inside these stillness walls. A breath I hold but never use, a peace I seek, a war I lose. The silence breaks but makes no sound, and leaves me shaking, spellbound. Your shadow sleeps in every chair. I close my eyes, you're always there. I want the calm, I beg release, but even stillness steals my peace. A whisper lingers without air, and every heartbeat ends in prayer. Restless in the quiet where your name won't fall. I scream inside these stillness walls. A breath I hold but never use, a peace I seek, a war I lose. The silence breaks but makes no sound, and leaves me shaking. Restless in the quiet where your touch once came. I shiver in the soundless flame. A breath I hold but never use, a peace I seek, a war I lose. There's nowhere left that feels like home, and in the hush I'm most alone. Restless still unknown. I'm falling quiet like a thread. You pulled me far from where I bled. Each word unspoken shaped the road, a path where only silence showed. No signs, no voice to tell me when I wouldn't find my way again. This is where silence led to empty rooms inside my head, to hollow nights and faded skies, to questions buried under lies. This is the place no one will tread, the home that grief and quiet wed. I'll reach for echoes, none came back. places where silence left. And it still leads me on. Stepped around the broken glass where yesterday forgot to pass. Scattered hopes beneath my feet, like prayers the world refused to keep. Each one had a name I knew, but time erased their faces too. Dreams on the floor where no one sees, crushed by silence, lost like me. Pieces of a life half built, buried deep beneath the guilt. Dreams on the floor, worn and cold, stories that were never told. The walls don't speak, but they recall every rise and every fall. A promise dropped, a song unsung. All the light that came undone, I swept them into corners bare, but they still breathe the same old air. Dreams on the floor, too tired to stand, falling from my trembling hands, laid to rest without a sound. No one saw them hit the ground. Dreams on the floor where they remain, footnotes in forgotten pain. I once held them close like fire, but now they sleep beneath the mire. Ashes of a voice once strong linger here, but not for long. Dreams on the floor still call my name, softly through the broken frame. Even though they beg to rise from underneath these quiet lies. Dreams on the floor, I see them clear, but I just walk and leave them here. Another day, another door, and still dreams on the floor. Sent a thought into the night, no one caught it, no reply. Floated where the silence grows, among the things no one will know. I waited like a breath held long, hoping time might prove me wrong. Left unread by time itself, like a book left unread on a shelf. My words hung in the hollow space, but memories forgotten my face. Left unread like I never spoke, all I meant turned into Time had just kept walking past, like I was tethered to the past. Every second kept me still, while the years moved on against my will. Left unread by time itself, questions stacked behind my stealth. I asked the sky, I asked the floor, but no one answers anymore. Left unread, my voice wore thin, like a letter never let begin. I thought the clocks might circle back, but they just kept their steady track. And all I gave and all I meant was swallowed up by time's lament. Left unread like a fading thread, echoing all I should have said. No reply, no turning page, just silence dressed up as a cage. Left unread by time, I see that even silence forgot me. I wrote my heart, I called it mine, but I was left by time. Open drawers that never held much, dust-covered frames cold to the touch. The light through the blinds felt like a sigh on memories I couldn't justify. I chased a shape that wasn't real, a flicker I could barely feel. Glimpses of nothing scattered in air, moments I lost pretending they're there. Echoes of dreams that didn't survive, photos of people no longer alive. Glimpses of nothing, still I stare, as if I find myself somewhere there. I walk down streets that forgot my name, every window reflected blame. I saw my shadow stretch and bend, but it never looked like me again. I held a truth I never said, now it just rings inside my head. Glimpses of nothing, blurred and pale, stories that stopped without a trail. Pieces of thoughts I used to claim, but now they fade without a name. Glimpses of nothing, cold and white, a world I once held from the inside. Sometimes silence feels like proof of everything I failed to soothe, and I'm left with frames that lie, moments I don't know why. Glimpses of nothing, and still they stay, haunting the corners I look away. Truth that won't form, pain without shape, hope that arrived just too late. Glimpses of nothing, yet I believe there's something in the ache I grieve. Maybe it's nothing, or maybe it's me, just trying to feel what used to be. I watched the skyline from a stranger's chair. The same moon followed, but I didn't care. I left my voice in a colder town where no one noticed I was falling down. Every road just bends away, like it never asked me to stay. From the far side I see who I was, a silhouette blurred by what time does, calling out through windows closed to a name that no one knows. From the far side where I fade slow, my face grew lines I never claimed. My hands forgot what they once named. The silence kept me warm enough, but never gave back what I gave up. I wore goodbye on every mile, still hoping for a trace, a trial. A flicker dim beneath the dust, waving from a street I lost, paying years I never cost. From the far side where I stay lost. Would you have seen me had I stayed, or was I always meant to fade? Sometimes I think I left too soon, other times not soon enough. From the far side I call unheard, a fading soul without a word, tracing steps through days I missed, in a past that won't exist. From the far side I still resist, but no one turns to meet my gaze, just the wind and far off days. I burned behind me still breathe, with echoes of the man I couldn't be. Every step a word I never said, carved in silence in places I fled. I wore my name like borrowed skin, but nothing fit the fire within. All that's left are ashes in my way, things I lost and things I couldn't fade, love I dropped in every empty space, gone without a single trace, ashes in my way. myself on corners I forgot, a ghost that never asked to be caught. Time bent backward in the mirror's breath, telling stories of a quieter death. I never learned to stay or run, just vanished when the light was done. All that's left are ashes in my wake. Every promise I refuse to make, hands that reached and found no flame, calling out an old lost name. Ashes in my wake. Not to fix, but to feel, to touch the days I chose not to heal. But they slip like smoke through broken hands, like ruins buried in the sand. Got to lose a force and love. All that's left are ashes in my wake. Not even enough for memory to take. No fire, no fight, no song to break. Only silence in every ache. Ashes in my wake. And still I walk, though nothing stays. Only ashes and fade.